Rise up, Amr. There is nothing you may ask for that we will not give.
Lion of Judah, I don't know where to begin.
Are an ancient community of the Israelite exiles. Now this is, for the most part, the general consensus of the largest people in Africa. You do have different groups like the Abudaya in Uganda who aren't saying they're from the lost tribes, but have joined the people of Israel in the large amounts of numbers. One other location I'd like to... Actually, before I go into this other location, what's fascinating is, which I speak about, is the transatlantic slave trade. A large percentage of it actually came from Igbo territory. So these Igbo today in Nigeria, who are practicing Jews, numbering the 40 million people, with customs traditions, doing circumcision on the 8th day, were the same exact people brought to the Americas on the transatlantic slave trade. Were the same exact people brought to the Americas on the transatlantic slave trade. Now, if someone goes to Times Square in New York today, you'll see African Americans dressed in Israelite outfits and yelling at people saying, "You're not the real Jews, we're the real Jews." And so most people saying, "Well, you guys are kooky, you just made this whole thing up, you made up a religion and an identity." Actually, no, they are the blood descendants, most likely, of the people who, from Israel, were brought from Africa to America. So it's very fascinating. Actually, no, they are the blood descendants, most likely, of the people who, from Israel, were brought from Africa to America. So it's very fascinating. Actually, no, they are the blood descendants, most likely, of the people who, from Israel, were brought from Africa to America. So it's very fascinating. But what they need is discernment.
No, the Lord set me out to win over the devil and his evil. From the lions, you get that black nigger out here. By the lost tribes of Israel, nigger! Come on! The lost tribes of Israel were black.
Shalom, shalom. Before I begin this lesson, I want to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shad, Bahar Rakak Wadash, which is the Heavenly Father name, whom the word ignorantly and willingly called Jehovah and Jesus. And double honor to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone that taught us this word in true sincerity and charity, the holy apostles and men of God back to the reincarnation. And shalom to all those that stand boldly for this truth to receive salvation in these last days. Here's a little clip that I came across from the brothers, man, and just basically shed a little light on which we already know, that we are the Israelites of the Bible spoken of, who was brought over here on slave trades, man, and we are them people according to the prophecies, according to the signs, man. I'm gonna grab that real quick, I'm gonna grab a quick little scriptures, man, and this is for a sign and a wonder. So the people that were like, the imposter was saying, the people that was brought over on the slave trade, they are the people of the Bible. They are the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. The so-called Negroes that was took from the predominantly from the Igbo territory, man. And brought over here on slave ships. It is Deuteronomy 28 and verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. And what was going to be upon us for a sign, for a wonder, and upon our seed forever? The curses, when you read in Deuteronomy, because in Deuteronomy, it was given unto a specific group of people. And the people that's in America today, that's suffering the persecution today, that's being labeled with bywords and proverbs today, that's being targeted, through the media, and through the unrighteous laws and decrees being passed, and the blood that been shed, we are them people, man. And the scriptures bear witness to that, and history itself bear witness to that, man. And when you read, you get that clear understanding, So I'm gonna keep reading. It's Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 1. It says, "And it shall come to pass that thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all the nations on the earth. And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God. So, you know, all we would do, just listen, man, you know, we would have been blessed. We would have been good. But since we didn't, we went into slave ships. We was labeled as bywords and proverbs. We was labeled as savages and monkeys and not humans, man. We had to experience the harsh and cruel realities, man, of slavery and oppression, and, you know, being segregated and being discriminated against. You know, that's the sign and the wonder upon the children of Israel for their disobedience, that the Lord prophesied that they was going to be scattered amongst all nations on the face of the earth, man. You know, and we were going to be delivered from the land of the north. And I'm going to grab that, end it on that. Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 16. This is Jeremiah 16 and verse 16. It says, behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord, and they shall fish them. And after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks. So here in Jeremiah, it just said the Lord is going to send men to fish for his lost sheep, to wake up his lost sheep, those that bloodline go back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, to receive the promises and the covenants which he promised, because he's not a man they shall lie, right? So he's going to send them fishers, and we see it by what? The prophets waking up, the valley of the dry bones, as it is prophesied, the men out there claiming their heritage, because who else doing it? It ain't the Chinese, the Arabs, it ain't the Africans, you know. It's the true descendants, you know, those who bear witness. And now there's going to be a point in time where there's going to be a hunting season in which the hunters are going to hunt, man, to fulfill the will of the Lord and to protect the men that, you know, Yahweh Shema Shai sanctioned to be protected through all hell, chaos, and Jacob's trouble, man. But when you also keep reading, it says, I'm reading a little bit more. It says, when you read up, this Jeremiah 16 and verse 14. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, which is Yahweh, whom they were ignorantly and willingly called Jehovah, Jesus, Yahweh, Yeshua. Those are not the names of our Heavenly Father, man. They put that in Hollywood. They put that in false religion, doctrines to confuse our people and further have them ignorant. But the elect is not ignorant. It says that it shall no more be said, the Lord liveth that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But the Lord liveth, Yahweh, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north and from all the lands where he had driven them. And I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers, because the Most High is not a man he shall lie, and he don't forget. You know, although it tarried, although it took time, look, it's here. The true Israelites is waking up. We are the true descendants of the Bible. You know, we claiming our birthright and our heritage, which the Lord is going to place us in our land. He's going to fight for us. He's going to deliver us just as he delivered us from the Egyptians, man. When we ain't had to do nothing but just trust and believe, man, and watch our deliverance. And it's going to be the same thing today. And the same unbelievers, guess what? Of our nation, they're going to die in unbelief right along with their family and their loved ones, man. And those that believe and fear the Lord, you know, doing the lessons, you know, giving a warning, blowing a trumpet, rehearsing the righteous acts, you know, showing the charity and the brotherly love, enduring all afflictions and all things, and they're going to get the promises that the Lord promised, man. They're going to get placed in that land. We're going to escape through this destruction that's coming upon America for their lies and for having us in slavery. We're going to escape this destruction by way of chariots, which this world knows them as, you know, UFOs. But when you read the Bible, man, it's chariots of the Most High, which is our way out of here, man. So we ain't got nothing to fear. All we got to do is just sit back and watch it play out and claim our birthright and righteousness, you know, because the Most High coming, and we in the land of the north and all the lands where the Lord scattered us, man. The reason why we got the Gentiles and our people being Hellenized, you know. So Lord, host, that was edifying. I want to give all praise to the Most High. Shalom.